Wonderful topic, mind control. In fact, without mind control, it is not possible to practice material life, forget spiritual life. Correct? But generally, all the approaches of mind control you get, we are different from them. You heard some doctors are there. Suppose you have a cold, you have a fever. They will say, yes, you can eat anything you want. Suppose you are having cold and fever. Hey, you want to ice? You can take ice cream you can take, no problem. Just take my medicine. Heavy dose of medicine he will give you. But there is one doctor. You are a doctor or you are an engineer? Which name? You. Yeah. Okay. So generally, good doctor is never liked by people because he gives a lot of restrictions. People don't like to hear restrictions. Correct? People say, no, you can't eat any ice cream for 1 month. Okay? You have to drink hot water. But a popular doctor doesn't give any restrictions. People don't like restrictions today. So our approach is not so popular. Our approach is to pull out. We are not aiming to, some people have that. All kind of, many psychiatrists I meet. They tell me I said, what's your approach? Do you tell your people to stop sinful activities? They tell me never do that. So why? Then I lose my customer. They never tell. Suppose somebody comes to you very disturbed. They never tell you have to stop drinking, you have to stop. They will never tell. No psychologist will tell you that. Then he loses the business. Customer will run away. For him, every visitor is a customer, and file never closes. Rather, they are happy. You keep smoking, drinking, because he will always be disturbed and he will keep coming, and his income is. So our approach is not that. Our approach is tapatraya unmulanam. In fact, Bhagavatam speaks this in the second shloka. Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmasaranam satam vedyam vasanamatra shivadam tapatrayo unmulanam. Unmulanam means from the root you pull the problem and throw away. Rest all is kaitava dharma, cheating advice, which is actually not benefiting you. Suppose you cut a tree but you leave the roots, rain comes, again the tree starts. Correct? Forest fire, so many times trees get burned. When the rain comes, the roots don't burn the forest fire. Roots are all lying peaceful, waiting. Okay, you go. When the rain comes, again it starts. So similarly, the process of purification that we are giving is from the root to remove the problem. Not that superficial, continue with all the bad habits. So our process is not stress management. Our process is stress removal, not management. Okay. And to know this, in the colleges actually I didn't start from this slide. I was telling them ABCD, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. That's all I taught them, and 1 hour got over in that only. All of us know what is Sattva. Sattva means mind is pure, body is pure. That is Sattva. There is no bad thoughts, there is no bad habits. That is called Sattva. Rajas is bad thoughts are started, but bad habits are not there. So he looks externally nice, but internally mind is gone. That is Rajas now. Sattva person, basically he wants only knowledge. He is not interested in power, money, anything. He is happy with gathering knowledge because mind is pure. He has no other aspirations. What is the point? Simply in Mangalore city, is a 5-kilometer city, and they want to have 3 crore rupee car. For where you will drive? Where is the place to drive? Such a small town. Yeah. I ask so many doctors, why you have to buy a big car? Because they go from house to clinic and clinic to house, which is 1 kilometer. He can walk also. So, and doctor has no other time. He is very busy. So why you need such a big car anyway? A small would have done. No, without that patients will not come. They see the car and come inside. You can imagine all those things. People always self-deception, that is called. They cheat themselves. Cheating other people is second. First they cheat themselves. Like that. So Sattva is pure. So such a person has no aspiration for bhoga and aishwarya. He is just happy with gathering knowledge. So happy when he learns something. Particularly, if he is fortunate Sattva person, he comes to spiritual knowledge, which is the greatest thing to learn. Shotavyadi nirajendra ninam santim sahasrashaha apashyatam atmatattvam griheshu grihamedina. People have millions of subject matter for hearing. Apashyatam atmatattvam, because they do not know what is the real thing to hear. What is that? Atmatattva, about myself. Correct? Who am I? What is my destination after death? What I am trying to do in this world? How I will be happy? What am I seeking? This is called Atmatattva. Mostly people are not interested in Atmatattva. You open the TV, even the so-called spiritual channels are also talking about material subject matter only. Shrotavyadina, there are thousands of subject matter for hearing. Everything. Apashyatam atmatattva, the real thing they don't want to hear. Just like Nigeria, like 26/11, yesterday there was an attack, correct? Suppose you are locked inside that thing, and any time that gunman will come and shoot you. What is the thing you like to hear? How to get out of this place? Any other things you should not be interested at that time, correct? Or like in Bombay, suppose you are also locked up in that Taj Hotel. 170 people they killed, maybe at least 60-70 they killed there only. They didn't spare one person. Whoever was kidnapped, they killed. Now, you are also kidnapped there. So, your only subject matter of hearing should be how I can get out of this hotel. If you are hearing anything else, that means you are a madman. Correct? You can understand? ताज होटल में फंसे हुए और एक बंदूक लेके टेररिस्ट घूम रहा है और कोई बोलता है कि पिज़्ज़ा, पता कौन सा खाओगे पिज़्ज़ा? यार क्या खाएगा पिज़्ज़ा? से भागने का इधर से भी. But we are such in a similar situation we are in. So it's like I come to their college, Nishtha college. You see that placement board is there? Everybody is looking or not? Even in first year they are looking. Why? They are aware that within 4 years they have to leave this college. They keep looking. Kisko jo? Yaar 150 jo. The TCS is saying they will come. And now it's not coming. So there's so much, whole mind is absorbed there, even though they are in the first year. Similarly, we have to leave this body also, no sir, one day. We can't stay in this body permanently. What law governs the transmigration of the soul? I should be interested to hear. Just like in a college, in the beginning itself, their orientation program, they tell how you will get job, this you have to do. They start teaching you English. Credit courses they credit for English or not, it will come for you. Why they are teaching you? They are preparing them for placement. They know. So similarly, in this world, real education means to prepare us to go back to the kingdom of God. That is the real education. Therefore, Ishopanishad discriminates between Vidya and Avidya. So, Sattvic person, generally, at least he is pure. He is not lost into material enjoyment. He wants to acquire knowledge, and gradually, when he is fortunate, he comes to spiritual knowledge. That's called Brahmana. And Kshatriya and Vaishya are the second category, between Rasik and Tamasic mixed, where there is a harassment of the mind. Therefore, Kshatriya को अगर राजा वो दरबार नहीं मिलेगा, वो नहीं सो सकता, उसको नींद नहीं आएगी. दरबार चाहिए, हजारों लोग चाहिए कंट्रोल करने के लिए. क्षत्रिय. पैलेस चाहिए, बहुत सारा क्वींस चाहिए. That is a Kshatriya. Vaishya also, he wants lot of money. His mind is also not pure. But at least Kshatriya and Vaishya पाप कर्म कभी नहीं करते. There, Sattvic man means his mind is pure, his body is pure. Rasic man, his mind is disturbed, his body is still pure. So Kshatriya and Vaishya come to that category, more or less. They don't do sinful activities, but mind is disturbed. They want more money, they want power. And Shudra is not by birth. All the four are scientific divisions. अभी लोग बोलते हैं जन्म से होता है, जन्म से नहीं होता है, गुण से होता है. चातुर्वर्णमया शिष्टम गुण कर्म विभागशः. भगवद गीता में कृष्ण लिखा है, ये चार जो डिविजन्स है साइंटिफिक डिविजन्स है, कृष्ण ने क्रिएट किया. हाउ कैन यू डिस्ट्रॉय? बट ऑन व्हाट बेसिस इट इज? गुणा एंड कर्मा. Janma doesn't exist there. This is a decay which happened later. It became a Janma. Just like a body is there, it has head, it has arms, it has belly and legs. It is scientific division. Legs cannot do work of the head and head cannot do work of the legs. Correct? Let them do the work they can do. So person who wants knowledge should be the Brahmana. He should guide the society. He should give direction to this. Just like in a body, head is needed to give direction. Arms can't do it because arms को दिखता ही नहीं है. तो जिस आदमी को पैसा चाहिए, जिस आदमी को पावर चाहिए, उसको कुछ दिखता नहीं है उसके अलावा, उसको पैसा ही दिखता है. क्षत्रिय को खाली पावर दिखता है. He can't see anything else. He has no vision where to move forward. Agree? Vaishya, if he leads the society, only he will be counting money like today. No. So then is Brahmana, who has no pure person, he will guide. This is the destination of the society. This is the destination for a individual. So anyway, so Shudra is not by birth. Shudra is the person who does sinful activities. Chaturvarnamaya shishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. Vibhaga means the division. Should it be done based on guna and karma. I tell in college because then people think Swamiji is promoting caste system. I am not promoting caste system. I am telling it's a very scientific system which is not based on birth. Just like today we have engineers, doctors and all. Is it caste system? No. Based on their ability they are doing different profession. So similarly this thing was organized. But today it is difficult to revive. It is almost broken down. There is no training even though people are born in Brahmin families. Very difficult to give the training to the children. They also find it difficult, to the new generation particularly. We also find it difficult. It's not easy. So this was a division. So Sattvic man is very pure. Rasic man is pure in the activities but mentally he's gone already. Tamasic man, the harassment of the mind is so much, he goes mad. He even does sinful activities. Everybody knows what is good, what is bad. Correct? You understand English? Kannada. Shidera, yogi take it. The Kannada pravachana Shidera tokartara. Namge salpa gutta. If I speak Kannada, people start laughing. So I stopped speaking, I speak. That accent doesn't come because I am not from this place, so my accent doesn't come. Localite means it's accentually comfortable. For you comfortable English? No problem. So now the next question will come, okay, this we understood, what is Sattvic, what is Rasic, what is Tamasic. Then how is it? Because all of us are good sons of God. Everybody is pure originally. Just like a rainwater is pure. But when it falls on the ground, the water becomes muddy. Agree? But originally it is same. So we are all like raindrops, we are all part and parcels of God. But some of us become crazy, some of us are Rasic, some of us are Sattvic. Why the difference come? Sometimes it is not even by birth. A house, two twins are born, both have an equal opportunity. One becomes a very nice person, other becomes a crazy man. Correct? There is lot person picks up also in this world. So the reason is this, Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Karanam Gunu Sangvasya. Karanam. What is the Karana? Guna Sangha. Association is the one which changes us. Just like you take fire and you put iron in the fire. What happens to the iron? It becomes red hot like fire. Happens or not? Then you touch anything, it will burn. You say it is iron. It is iron, no? Touch it. Touch it. Iron, touch it. It is like fire. Because of association of fire, it has changed its nature now. Its nature has become now fiery. So similarly, by associating, we change our personality. So only thing we can do is associate actually. The rest of the things we can't do. You know, sometimes we wish, I want to be a good man. No use, wishing will not help you. You have to associate with good things, then you will become good. That's why parents are always worried what kind of Sangha my son is having. Because Sangha is bad, person will change. Okay? So now I'll explain this principle. How? So first portion of the class which I have not taken because I never like to repeat anything. First class is a 1 hour class actually. Sattva Rajas Tamas. That I think you all know. There is not need to. In colleges I explain in detail different behaviors in Sattva, different behavior in Rajas, Tamas like that. Not needed here. We can go to the second part. We are more interested what to do about it. Okay? So let us focus. Otherwise it becomes 3 hour class. Too much we can't have. Now this is a very nice example of fire. Now fire starts very small. कहीं भी आग लगती है, शुरुआत बहुत छोटे से होती है. I think Hindi you are more comfortable with. Looking at your face, I feel you know Hindi very well. English also, okay, not needed. So what happens is that when fire starts, it is very small. it can easily be extinguished. Even one man can extinguish it. But when it becomes big, even fire extinguisher cannot do anything. In America, when there are forest fires, the fire extinguishers are of no use. They with helicopters they throw water, no use. They have to just helplessly watch when the rain will come. Even in America, the most superpower, just imagine. They wait for the rain. They try, but forest fires are very difficult to control. The similar, but the beginning stage, if you can control it, it is so easy. Okay? True? Today in the world, Rajaguda and Tamaguda is like a forest fire. Almost impossible to. Samsara Davana Lidaloka Tranaya Karunya Ghana Ganatvam. The Acharyas have that power, carrying from the mercy of Krishna. They can stop the forest fire in this world of sense gratification. Correct? Everybody is stuck in a forest. It's like a forest fire. सब लोग टीवी के आगे बैठे हैं. What they are absorbing, see what happens. Another thing about association is, just like bacteria go from one person to another person, desires also travel from one person to another person. If you submissively hear, suppose you hear some kusanga you do, bad person you hear, and you say, "Arey yaar, so nice it was," and you hear submissively, the desire from his heart is put into your heart. Come, it is installed, just like program is downloaded and it is installed, ready to run now. Same force as what he is having. And counter, if you go to a nice person and his desire, so pleasurable to serve the Lord. Same desire is installed in your heart with the same force he's having. That's the benefit of a association. You get desire with the realization. It is not empty desire. Desire with. Therefore, we always request everybody read the books of the Acharya, because the Shuddha Bhakta is speaking, great Acharya is speaking. You can even have his lectures. Desire with full realization. Therefore, we hear from a great. Previously, now people have lost culture. Previously, what used to happen? A sant has come to the city, whole city will be stopped. They'll all go and hear it because they are hearing from a great self-realized soul. They can change the life of millions of people. Just like we are planning to go this Pajaka Kshetra, we want to meditate on Madhvacharya because that's what he did. They were not using guns or weapons to spread the knowledge. India has never done it. Madhvacharya was just traveling one town to another town, correct? People are coming and hearing. Knowledge. And they become Shishyas, thousands of people. That's how India has spread. We are not said, you accept this, cut your head. We don't do. That is for, you can't give real knowledge in that way. Real knowledge is voluntarily heard with pleasure. Correct. With force, you can't give real knowledge. They say religion without knowledge is fanatism. It leads to fanatism. Suppose my faith in Krishna is fixed with knowledge. Whatever you speak, I will not be heard. Suppose, people come many times, it's a pleasure pastime today, they comment on the Lord. They say, when you have time, you tell me, I'll explain this. This is not correct what you are telling. But suppose my faith is without knowledge, then I get angry. Because my faith is giving me some pleasure, so I have to protect it. Correct? You see that? So that is how it is very deeply situated. So everybody knows about God. Everybody believes in God rather. But to know about him in detail, you need a guru, you need an acharya. So first thing was a fire. Fire starts small, becomes unlimited. Desires also in the beginning, they start small, they become uncontrollable very soon. Contemplation can turn sand into gold. If we keep contemplating on something, it becomes very big tomorrow. Like in your college only, I've seen so many places I have seen. I was in Sulia, one college some time ago. Principal was telling me one boy jumped. Nothing, he was talking on phone to his girlfriend. She said something. From terrace only, ran in front of everybody and just jumped and died on the spot. So he didn't know that girl few days ago. What happened to him? Contemplation. Sometimes I wonder, this boy I know of, he should never get married because he is like an elephant. But some girls get attached to him also. Similarly, vice versa, I see some girl, I say, who will marry her? No, somebody get attached to her also. Why? Contemplation, contemplation, contemplation. That's all the trick of contemplation. You see in Africa now they have that hair going like this, and hair they will, they look like almost like gorillas, some people, if you have seen the photograph. But there are also some manually there ready to give life for her. It is just like that. They get attached somehow. Out of sight, out of mind. I remember one boy was there when I joined Infosys, and he came to me and he said, "Sir, there's a big trouble here." Yeah, I said, "What happened?" "No, nothing. Yeah, I used to just have lunch with a girl, and she has got so attached to me now that she's saying she will commit suicide if I don't marry her." I never had that plan. I used to sit for lunch. She should just come and sit also and eat. And she has gone so attached. I said, yes, contemplation is a problem. Now what do you do? Out of sight, out of mind. I said, how do you do, yaar? Every day I eat lunch, you'll come and sit next. Do one thing, you go for a pilgrimage for 1 month and come back. He said, yes, I have a vacation, I'll go. He took a pilgrimage, went. The girl forgot him after 1 month. What she thought was like, I can't forget. It is just that. They think very big they make. People think it's very big. It's as useless as that. So we have to be careful. Right in the initial stages, we should very discriminate. There's a discrimination is better part of valor, whether this is good or not. Just like an infection. In the beginning stage, when you get an infection, many times you go to a doctor, they say, why didn't you come early? Now it is too late, particularly in cancer. It has spread through the whole body now. Now we cannot do anything. Correct? Early stage you come, many diseases can be saved. So similarly, this is nothing but disease of the heart. It can be saved in the early stages. Later it becomes difficult. Pumsa sriya mithunibhav me tat trayo mito hridayam grantiyahu. Hridayam granthi. It becomes like a knot. Granthi means a knot in the heart. Once a knot has been paid 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, then very difficult to remove. Similar case is avalanche. Avalanche also starts very small. That a few particles of ice starts falling, then it becomes like a ball, then like a whole mountain comes down. This is Mount K2 in Pakistan. Why I took this picture? Because in this photograph, 11 people died. Americans who were climbing that mountain. It's the number, I think the second highest mountain in the world. Very dangerous. Okay, see. So avalanche is very dangerous. In the beginning stages, maybe you can do something, but later not. Now this shloka has deep meaning. Somebody can do PhD on this shloka in psychology. Nobody has done till now. Dhyayato Vishaya Pumsaha. This is revealed knowledge from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, first thing is Dhyayato, contemplation. What is that? Any object. Maybe cigarette, maybe drinking, anything. First thing is always contemplation. What is that? Sangasteshu vijayate. Next stage is attachment. You get attached to it. Sanga sanjayate kama. Then develops intense desire to have it. Kama krodha vijayate. Anger. I want it. Why I should not have it? Anger develops in the system. Krodha also comes when other person is involved, then you start fighting. Krodha bhavati sammoha. Now once the anger starts, then we lose our balance. Sammoha. We become completely bewildered. Delusion. Here they use the word delusion. Sammoha smriti vibhrama. From a delusion, our memory is lost. Smriti bhamshad buddhi nasho. When memory is lost, next intelligence is lost. He forgets all his discrimination. Arey, I should not do all this thing. Next, when intelligence is lost, pranashyati, person falls down. So nice shloka. Dhyayate vishaya pumsa sangasteshu vijayate. Sanga sanjayate kama, kama krodha vijayate. Krodhad bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhramaha. Smriti bhamshad buddhinasha, buddhinashat pranashyati. These are the 8 stages. It does not happen in one day. Every day in newspaper we read, pick up a newspaper, you see horrible crimes people are doing. Correct? Every day we get a shock. It didn't happen in 1 second. It happened in 8 stages. 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 8 And to a large extent, society is responsible for the 7 stages. 8th one, they laugh. Oh, he's done that. And 7, you only did. I give you an example. They say, suppose you have a fever. This example I gave you in the college also. Suppose you have fever, 98.4 is normal. But today in the society, previously in a society, what was followed was abstinence. Sinful activity, we should not think only. Before the Kali Yuga, these 4 sinful activities were not present in the world. Kali Yuga means the 4 sinful activities are brought in. So, suppose previously was abstinence, we should not do this. Tell somebody drinking, I can't drink.